Welcome to the fast, the furious and the downright curious. It's Bank Holiday Monday and it's time for race day number 3 here on Bike Racing Without Mercy. And as ever, I'm in search of motivation. I return to central London to pay my respect to the breakaway and learn a valuable lesson to help me cope with the power surges and hang out with the premier bunch. Stubble. Well, as much as I can grow over Bank Holiday weekend. Check. Hat. For me to jettison early on in a race when inevitably I overheat. Check. Unnecessarily bling pair of bike racing sunglasses. Check. Jersey. Red. Tight. Zip to the top for maximum aero assistance. Check. It is now time to seek inspiration and enlightenment from Baroudeur Formidable. That's the formidable warrior and adventurer of the breakaway, the man they call De Ghent. And to the legend that is Mr. Thomas De Ghent, today, in your honour, I'm going to be hunting down some further progress in my quest to win any cycling race on Zwift. But also, I just wanted to say I'm very much looking forward to watching your exploits, adventures and general madness in the Giro d'Italia. Bon chance, best of luck.
As my adversaries are spinning carefree in the virtual sun, I'm contemplating the suffering that is sure to come. And stoically, I ignore the best wishes from Mr. Grumbichler from Germany because I suspect that he's one of the stronger riders and intends to break me. And the race gets off to a predictably hard start, and intuitively I rise up and out the saddle and mash down hard on the pedals. And I'm rewarded by a gratifying surge in power that enables me to stay in amongst the premier breakaway group. And as we surge past UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Tower of London, I actually feel like I've got the situation under control here. I take care to avoid a turn on the front. I understand that for my capabilities, it's much more important to conserve energy at this early stage in the race. I deposit myself safely in amongst the bunch and focus my efforts on doing just enough to cope with the power surges. Now I find my luck's out because I don't get a power up of any kind, but never mind. A nice surge in power as we hit a small incline, but it's relatively short-lived. And again the power picks up as we head towards the tunnel that will take us to embankment. But the watts come down quite quickly, giving me a very nice chance to recuperate and bring the heart rate back down a little.
I'm experimenting with standing today.
Another big surge in power, but once again it doesn't last for too long.
And I'm resolutely staying off the front. Now some say that only the brave may grace the breakaway. Others say those in the breakaway, they're irrational. They're doomed to failure, to be reeled back in by the mighty peloton at its leisure. It's all about numbers, pedal power, irrefutable arithmetic, they say. Well, at Bike Racing Without Mercy, we declare c'est magnifique, especially if the breakaway stays away.
see at the fulcrum some of the strongest riders trying to break away and leave us behind. And so it's now time for the weaker amongst us to consolidate our efforts and chase on. And you can see this has required a sustained investment in power from me. But it appears to be working, because at the very front, they remain in sight. The gap doesn't seem to be increasing.
That was emotional.
Telepathically, my companions and I all agree that with another sustained effort, we can reel them back in. As we head back towards Trafalgar Square, our plan appears to be working. And once again, we all ingratiate ourselves amongst the premier breakaway group. And it's back under Admiralty Arch and along the Mall.
Ten kilometers. So to Thomas again, who is the boss of the breakaway, I say, encore, Monsieur de Guerre, encore. Encore, et votre compagnon se détache. Encore. So number 20, in pink, saying right on. She is super strong. She's taking more pulls in the front than most of us. Certainly me.
The race ebbs and flows for 10 minutes, all very manageable, but the stronger riders decide that now is the time to apply a bit more pressure. And I'm also now realising that Mr. Grumbichler and Di Stefano are two of the stronger riders, the ones most likely to break me personally. Nice little effort above threshold, but because the wattage remains below 350, I'm confident that I've got that covered. Now again, those at the fulcrum are trying to break away, and it's time for the weaker of us to get on their wheels quickly, but avoid over-investing. As we head under the bridge towards embankment, I'm happy to have the situation under control. And as we begin a small ascent, I anticipate the application of additional power and respond accordingly up out the seat. M. Pitt tries to break away, but it's a bit too early for a solo effort, I think. To hang out with the others. And my ability to shirk a pull on the front is now pretty tight. In time to come, I hope to be one of the stronger riders and getting myself on the front in order to break away. You can see in the power graphs below, nice little period of blue and green, providing a bit of welcome respite. As we hit sub 200, I ponder that Di Stefano must be getting agitated with this low pace. Sure enough, he applies 5 watts a kilogram. And after a very long first lap of just over 17.5 kilometers, we start to approach the marker to commence the second lap. Currently at a very leisurely pace.
Through the hover, just through the first lap, 18 kilometers in, 17.8 actually. I'm struggling. .4, struggling. Still in the Premier breakaway group. By the fingertips. The fingernails of the fingertips. I'm in no state to go off the front. .25 kilometers. Very, very, very hard. Encore, the breakaway. He's off.
With 26.5 kilometres under our belt and just 2.7 kilometres to go, I've managed to hang on grimly in the Premier breakaway group. However, for the stronger riders, it's time for them to turn their attention to victory and making the rest of us suffer. As we come out of the tunnel onto a low incline, predictably the power comes up. With my heart rate at 182, I'm coming to the end of my resources. Physical and, in all honesty, mental. I think here with another effort at 350 watts I'd have stayed in amongst them. But I don't have it within me and gradually I drift off the back.
I've been dropped 23 point, sorry. I've been dropped 27.3.
There's no cavalry coming from behind. The nearest rider is NQB, 22 seconds in arrears. So my intent now is just to keep the watts as high as possible and to come in with a nice time. I see there's another rider up front, Esther, who's been dropped off the Premier breakaway group. And so I see if I can reel Esther back in, gradually. And with half a kilometre to go, I decide to progressively increase the power back into the mid 300s. Encouragingly, I pass Esther, but you'll see on the right that he responds with 8 to 9 kilograms, watts per kilogram, and soon comes back past me.
Oh. Oh, quite happy.
So overall, I'm super happy with the result. It was a material improvement on the last time I took on the Greater London Flat, where I was beaten by Lee O'Donnell. And I came in 15th out of 19th Cat A riders. I was also beaten by 3 or 4 Cat B riders. But my power was 286 watts, which is 4.2 watts a kilogram. And that is material gains. So I think I've done a little bit to live up to the name of the breakaway boss, Thomas de Ghent. Anyway, you can download Zwift Companion and peruse my stats at your leisure. But in the meantime, whoever you are and whatever you do, please remember to live, thrive and subscribe.